Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back. I'm writer coach Tony and I'm back in Manila after a great vacation in Siargao. So to start this, I would like to thank our host there, Joanne Escucho and her family, including Laura's best friend, um, Suzanne. No? So thank you very much po to the Escuyo family, to the Escuyo's extended family for giving us a great time in Siargao. So I'm back to work now, and today I'm going to do several Q&As based on the questions given by some of our subscribers. No, so first up is the first question comes from Walking by Nosa. This is his question. Hi, Coach Tony. Just watched your video on YouTube, and I'm working on a case study. I would like to know what questions would you suggest in order to measure trust, confidence, and respect. So his question is, what questions would you suggest in order to measure trust, confidence, and respect? So I assume that this is for either an educational psychology or a psychology research, no? Okay, I'm working now on a very limited set of information because I don't know who the target respondents are. Are they children? Are they older people, teenagers? Because usually when I make a questionnaire, when I formulate a questionnaire, it the statements I make are usually targeted to the general demographic makeup of the respondent. When I say general demographic makeup, are they the gender? Are they male, female? What's the age range? What else? What's their racial background? Like, are they from the urban area, the rural area? Are they minorities? Are they their sexual preferences? Would it affect it? So anyway, I don't have that data from his question, but actually I have anyways, as in only asking for suggestions now. If I were to do a study like this and find out something about trust, confidence, and respect, since he's doing a case study, I would suggest that he do the experimental method. No, experimental method is he has to set up an experiment where he lets the respondent do something, and whatever that respondent does will show his level of trust, his level of confidence, his level of respect. No, so I don't know if you can find an experiment that will incorporate three. If not, then he can just make one experiment for trust, one experiment for confidence, and one experiment for respect. I think he can model it on the more popular, the marshmallow test, where where they give show a marshmallow to a kid, and then those who eat it, I'm sure you're familiar with that. You can search that. That simple test um, experiment says a lot, no, about can say a lot rather about the kid's future, no, and eventually, of course, they found out. They correlated it with what they found out years later with the children's decision making. So I think it would be, I would suggest to Mr. Bainosa to look for current experiments, no, psychological experiments on trust, on confidence, and respect. Um, I can't think anything on top of my head. Like trust is like, the simple test of you maybe falling from a chair or something, maybe tilting, and trusting the other person to hold you like that, no. Confidence, I don't know, but anyway, uh, there are many experiments, I'm sure, now in Google or in YouTube, and since I don't know any other background about the research, I would suggest to Mr. Tumoki to, if you can do an experimental version. I think the experimental version would be more profound. The results will be more profound and more compelling because he really saw it. No? It's not just making decisions on a questionnaire, and he can decide how many respondents who can actually do the, the experiments. No? In this case, most likely this will be volunteers. No, if you can ask for volunteers, or if he's a teacher, then do the experiments on the students' experiments. No? So of course he needs to, especially if you do the work with minors, you have to ask permission of the parents, etc., etc. But again, instead of making just questions, I think it would be best mocking if you can devise an experiment. No? If you can put all three in the experiment, trust, confidence, respect, fantastic. Kung hindi naman, then you can compartmentalize them into three. No? And then the questions you want, maybe after the experiment, you can let the respondent answer a very short questionnaire about what he thinks about the experiment, why he made those decisions. No? That part where the respondent writes can help interprets can help interpret or can help the researcher in their interpretation of the results. No? So anyway, that's my opinion. He can mocking. You can ask other opinions from other research experts, but for me, I think an experimental method would be better. No, because um, human beings have to decide then and there, no, what to do, and from their decisions, you can gauge if there's a level of trust, high level of trust, or low level of trust, or high confidence or low confidence, or high respect or low respect. For respect, maybe I don't know, um, maybe cut a picture of the flag, or play the national anthem of a certain country if they will stand. Something simple. For confidence, maybe let them do a skill, which they can just practice. I don't know. In a few, maybe juggling. Then how they measure their juggling eggs. Make it more difficult because if the egg falls, it will break. No, so I don't know. I'll give you free reign, and then you can make your choices. Because I'm sure on YouTube there are many experiments there, and it would be great if you can formulate your own experimental design, because you know yourself what the exact variables you want to measure. So I hope that my suggestion helps. I'm sorry I couldn't give you any questions, but always for me it would be more compelling, I think, especially that this is a case study. You can make it more compelling if you use the experimental method instead of just asking questions to the respondents. So thank you very much for your time. Please follow me in my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your question, Mocking by Nosa. Keep safe and God bless. Bye everyone.